Itadakimasu. Konnichiwa, lovelies. I'm Jenny and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about something very, very exciting, and I know y'all have been waiting for this: restaurants and food in Japan. Thank you for joining me on my second video in this new Japan series that I'm uploading. There will be a part 2 of this video because there's just so much good food that I couldn't fit it all in one video. So we're gonna get right into the video. But before we do, if you are excited for the series and excited to know what foods you should eat when you're in Japan, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and definitely don't forget that little bell icon that tells you every single time I upload so you never miss any of my videos. Guys, make sure to stick to the end of the video so you can see exactly what is the craziest, weirdest, obscure thing that I ate in Japan. So if you're wondering what it is, stick around till the end. First things first, I'm not gonna make you wait. I know what you're gonna ask me. You're gonna say, Jenny, where's the best place to eat ramen in Tokyo? I'll tell you, pretty much everywhere. Tokyo is so diverse. They have so many different types of ramen, from shoyu ramen to tonkatsu ramen. You will never be too far from English is hard today. You will never be too far from a ramen shop. It is way better than cup ramen. I used to think I didn't like ramen because the only ramen I had was here in the US, and it was okay, cup noodles, not my thing. But when I went to Tokyo and I tried their ramen, I was like, oh my gosh, where has this been my whole life, okay? And let me tell you, I told you you can find ramen shops everywhere, but I'm going to tell you a ramen shop that you definitely need to go and try. It is called Ichiran. You might have heard of it. It is known worldwide. It is very, very popular and one of the best ramen shops pretty much ever. They put their heart and soul into just one type of ramen, and that is tonkatsu ramen. It's very milky, nice, brothy, just rich, delicious. You just gotta try it. You just gotta try it. It is so good, and the noodles are made fresh in the shop. So it is just an experience of flavor. Let me tell you, fresh noodles and pork slices, a little boiled egg in there. You can pick different things to put on top of it. You can put like green onions, mushrooms, and I usually like to put mushrooms on mine. It's so good, and you can pick your spice level. So it can go anywhere from not spicy to super, super hot, which that's what I get. If you are going to visit ramen shops, please have cash. I talk about having cash in my last video. I'm going to put the link somewhere here to my last video. Go check that one out. It's 5 things to know before you go visit Japan. So yes, always have cash because you have these like little machines. It's a ticket machine. You put your cash in it and it spits out the little tickets depending on what you want in your ramen. Then you go to your table and you give them a little ticket, so don't lose that ticket. So definitely try Ichiran. It is so, so good and you won't regret it. Next on our list, we have Japanese curry. Y'all think, okay, so it's kind of like Indian curry, right? No, not really. Definitely different mixes of flavor. It doesn't taste like the Indian curries, but it tastes delicious. It's a butter-based curry, so it's very creamy, very buttery, and just so, so good. Not good for your waistline, but good for your belly. That doesn't even make sense. Not good for your waistline, but it's good for your taste buds. They do have vegetarian options. There are endless possibilities of what you can have in your curry. So it comes in a little plate, and then it has half rice and then half of your curry. So it's split down the middle and it looks really nicely presented. And then you can have a chicken cutlet or just regular chicken. You can have anything from seafood to sausages. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and you can pick your spice level as well, anywhere from 0 to I believe 10, but I'll tell you secret. If you request more, some locations will give you more spice level. I have requested it before and I've gone up to a 15. I handled it pretty well. It means spicy in Japanese. One of the best restaurants for that is very, very well known, and I think they have an LA location. Okay guys, I'm so sorry. I got way ahead of myself and forgot to mention the name of the restaurant, which is famous for the Japanese curry in Japan, and that is Coco Ichibanya. Like I said, I believe they do have a LA location, so go ahead and check them out. They are very, very good. Alright guys, the next one on our list is something really cool and different because you get to cook your own food on your table. It is called Yakiniku. It's kind of like a Korean style eating. You cook your own food, which is awesome. There are all-you-can-eat Yakiniku places that I have went to. I think you can pay up to $20 per person, all the way up to $40 per person, depending on the quality of beef you want. So the higher end is like 40, lower end 20. And you get that, and then you get to pick on your little tablet, and you pick which food you want, and then they'll bring it to your table, and then you get the raw meat, and then they have a little grill, and you just start cooking your own food. And I think it's so fun, especially for kids. My son loves to cook on those little grills. It's definitely an experience you have to try. It is so fun and so different, and not to mention the beef is just so good. They are all over the place, so if you're in downtown Tokyo or all the way in Kusa, like where I used to live, you can definitely find Yakiniku everywhere. I'm going to link the Yakiniku place that one of our friends took us to, and it is so good. Really, really high quality Wagyu beef. I think that's even better than Kobe beef, if I'm right. And it is such a good cut of meat. It literally is like so tender and it melts in your mouth. And that is kind of like a Yakiniku style place too. Alright guys, before we move on to sushi, because I know y'all are going to ask me about sushi. Jenny, how does sushi work over there? Is it the same? I am here to tell you, but before we do, if you're liking what you hear, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see, if you are still here, let's comment a sushi emoji. Alright, so sushi. Sushi is not really what you'd expect over there. It is so good and high quality, but it is not your typical California roll, or I think there's like a Philly roll you can have. Some places have like all these extravagant rolls. Well, in Japan, they don't really have those extravagant bowls. Bowls. No. Rolls. They don't have those extravagant rolls, you know? They only have really, really delicious nigiri. Nigiri is the one where you have a little piece, like a little mound of rice, and their rice tastes so good. It's seasoned so well with rice vinegar, and it gives it just like a nice, sweet, really yummy flavor. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's so good. It has taste to it. It's not just plain white rice, and it's not overpowering either. It complements the fish really, really well. Then it usually has a little bit of wasabi and then the fish on top. It is so good, so simple, but very good. So if you're going over there expecting a lot of extravagant rolls, you're just not gonna find them, but the sushi that you will get is really high quality and really delicious. So go check out the sushi places, especially the conveyor belt sushis. The conveyor belt sushis are so fun. So you sit down and you're usually like in a booth, and then they have a little screen on the top part over here, and you pick what sushis you want. Sometimes they're even $1 a plate. It comes with 2 little pieces of nigiri, and it is so good. You put in your order. There's a conveyor belt that goes around the whole restaurant, and then that has sushi that you can just grab if it doesn't have a specific plate, because that means it's for someone. If it doesn't have a specific plate, then that means you could just grab it and then eat it right from the conveyor belt. But I just like ordering it, and then it'll come straight to you. It'll just come a little bit faster, like this, troop, and then it'll stop right at your table. You just pick it up, and then you eat your fresh sushi. Spread a little fresh wasabi on there. And let me tell you guys, the wasabi over there is real. Most of the wasabi that we eat here in the US is actually radish with food coloring. I know that's a little crazy to know. I didn't know until I went to Japan. The wasabi root is very expensive, but that's why usually places over here use radish. One of the conveyor belt sushis that I am going to link down below is called Kura Sushi. Definitely go eat sushi. You're in Tokyo, girl. Go eat sushi. All right, guys. Next up is beef bowl, aka Udon. Udon is a type of dish. It comes with white rice with thinly sliced meat on top of it. The meat kind of tastes savory and sweet and just packed full of flavor, and it comes with little caramelized onions in it. It is so good, and you can pick the topping you put on it. Sometimes the topping, you can put cheese topping or mayo and other kinds of delicious sauces on top, but you don't have to have all the sauces because the meat just packs the flavor punch all by itself. So it is so good, and it's kind of like their fast food, to be honest. It's like something quick. You go in, you go out, you eat. It's super delicious, and it doesn't feel like it's fast food, but it is. So I'm gonna give you a little hack over here. I don't know if y'all will choose to do it or not, but I'll tell you it is completely safe, and it will change your gyudon experience. Let me tell you, my friend taught me. She is Japanese. I always saw on the menu that it came with the raw egg if you asked for it. So she said you crack the raw egg, you mix the egg whites with the egg yolk, and then you put it in a bowl. You take your beef, and then you dip it into the raw egg. Hold on. Before you tell me stop. Are you kidding me? Do you want me to get salmonella? Honey, you won't. You won't. Their stuff is super clean. Do not be afraid to eat the raw egg. I promise you, you will be fine. I've done it so many times. My husband's done it so many times, and it is normal for them to eat it. This stuff is super clean, and you will not get sick. But when you do that to the gyudon beef, it tastes so creamy. Like when you dip it in that egg, it changes like how creamy the beef is. It just feels like a creamy, savory, sweet explosion in your mouth that you just don't want to end. So definitely try it. Two of the biggest change of beef bowls is sukiya and Yoshinoya. Honestly, I really just love sukiya, but some people like Yoshinoya better. They both are really good, but I just prefer sukiya. So definitely go check those out. I will link the website for those down below. All right, guys, you need to go to 7-Eleven. You're like, Jenny, why am I gonna go to 7-Eleven? That's a convenience store. We have those here, and they're nothing to write home about. Well, let me tell you, you need to go, and I'll tell you why. They have so many options there. Fresh food, pre-made food, anywhere from carbonara to soba noodles to yakisoba. The possibilities are endless. I have not had one single thing from 7-Eleven that I have not liked. They are all so freaking good. Their pre-made sandwiches over there are to die for. They come in every flavor that you can think of, from regular like cold cuts to egg salad sandwiches to tuna mayo. You need to try them. Their bread is like having a cloud in your mouth. I swear that is the softest bread I have ever tasted. It's like you're literally eating a cloud. They also have onigiri. You need to try onigiri. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it, maybe not. They usually come in a triangle. Sometimes they come in little balls, but the ones that I eat that were in 7-Eleven were little triangles, and they have filling inside those little rice ball triangles, and they come from tuna mayo, ume, which is plum, which is really good, salmon, beef, pretty much you name it, like they have it. And so good. It is like a cute little delicious snack on the go. So it's the rice, the stuff in the middle, the filling, and then they have like a nori paper that goes around the rice ball. So nori paper is like seaweed paper, and the combinations of those flavors are just wonderful. So you definitely need to try at least one when you go. They also have hot foods like karage, which is fried chicken. They have corn dogs. They have yakitori, which is like chicken on a stick. They have so much good food. I could go on and on and on and on. That's why we're making a part 2 to this, because there's so much to tell y'all. Alright guys, now that we've talked about more of the Japanese type of foods, we are going to move into Koreatown. You cannot go to Japan without visiting Koreatown. It is like stepping into a different world, and their food is so good too. And I just love Tokyo because it's so diverse. So diverse. You can find pretty much anything in there, but Koreatown is what we're going to talk about now. You can find Koreatown. It is in Shin-Okubo. There are so many delicious street foods, you won't know where to start. First off on my list is hotoku. Hotoku is pancakes that are little pancakes. They don't really look anything like pancakes or taste like pancakes. So it's a type of Korean pancake. They are usually filled with anywhere from cheese and kimchi, or honey, or so you can get sweet and savory flavors. I tried the cheese and it was very, very good. It just takes a while to cool down because it's very hot. So you'll be waiting for it to cool down. So blow on that hotoku. The dough usually consists of wheat flour, water, milk, sugar, and yeast. And like I said, the fillings can be sweet and savory. Another popular food that y'all have probably already seen, even here in the US maybe, is hot dogs. I'm not talking about the ballpark hot dogs. I am talking about the ones that look like a corn dog, but instead of being corn dogs, they have cheese inside of them. So they have different outside coverings, so it's like a batter. Some of the batters have potatoes on the outside, some of them have ramen on the outside, or some of them just regular batter, but it's that batter with whatever outside topping you have and the cheese inside. Guys, when I tell you, you'll get the best cheese pull of your life. It'll be like so good. This is definitely for a cheese lover. It's fried, it's cheesy, it's crunchy, and you can put all kinds of sauces on top of it. Hot sauce, sweet sauce, ketchup, mustard, whatever your little heart desires. Put that on top. Just like sauce it up or not. Just take it and get your cheese pull. Ugh, so good. I wish I had one right now. And sometimes at the end, I don't know why they do this, but they leave like this much of a little sausage, and I mean, I don't really think it needs it there. It's a nice touch, but definitely the star of the show for this is the cheesy goodness. All right guys, our next thing from Koreatown is tteokbokki. Tteokbokki is a rice cake. So they're like little rice cakes about this big, and they're very chewy and just like delicious. It's like rice, but like rice that's been pounded. So it's like chewy, delicious. It is cooked in a gochujang, which is kind of like a chili paste sauce. It's kind of sweet, kind of spicy, has a little kick but not too much. So the tteokbokki is cooked in that sauce. The rice cakes are a little firmer than regular Japanese mochi, but it's still just as good. So it's going to be very chewy, nice, filling, very tasty snack. The sauce is just kind of sweet, savory, a little bit of a kick, not too much if you don't like that much spice. I heard that the ones in actual Korea are very spicy, but over here they kind of toned it down, I guess, for more of a Japanese style kick to it. Alright guys, if y'all made it this far, stop! Hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Definitely turn on my notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you'll know and you won't ever miss a video from me. Now, what y'all all have been waiting for, what is the weirdest thing and obscure and strange thing that I ate in Japan, right? There's two. I'm sure y'all can guess one of them. Yes, it is the live octopus. Not really live, but it is definitely moving like it is. So I got it in Koreatown, and it was an experience. Let me tell y'all. You go in, and then there's like this aquarium out in the front, and you say, I want a live octopus, right? So they take that little poor octopus. I know I feel bad, guys, but I really want to try it, and I definitely checked it off my bucket list. So they take it, and then they do whatever they do, and then they chop it up, and they give it to you on the plate, and it's still squirming, just like bleh. When I tell you, it's stuck to the plate. Okay, I try to take it to the plate, and like little suckers, you have to like pop it off the plate, right? And you dip it in the little sauce, put it in your mouth. It is a little slimy. You feel it kind of little suckers sticking onto your teeth a little bit, but it's an experience. It doesn't taste gross. I'll tell you that. It does not taste gross. It literally tastes of what you put on it. So if you put soy sauce on it, it's going to taste like soy sauce. It's a little bit slimy. Yeah, of course, you can imagine, but definitely experience. You have to try it. Come on, don't get grossed out. You have to try it. You gotta check it off, you know? Check it off of that list. So the second weirdest thing that I ate in Japan was raw. Raw what, you ask? If you can guess, let me know real quick. I'll give you a second. Tell me in the comments below if you know what it is. Raw horse meat. I know. You're like, what? You ate horse? Horse? And not only did you eat horse, you ate it raw? And I was just like you. I was like, how am I going to eat raw horse? But me, having an adventurous palate, I was like, I have to try it. I have to try it. I tried it, and let me tell you, I wish I could eat some right now. It is that good, guys. Get past the rawness, get past the horse, and it is just the best, like, melt in your mouth meat that you have ever tasted. So good, so rich, so melt in your mouth, just like butter, just like, ugh. That is the other weird thing that I ate. I had so much fun putting this list together for y'all. I will leave links to the stuff we talked about today down in the description below, so you can go check it out. Most of those websites are in Japanese, but if you go to the menu, they have an option to change them to English, so definitely go check those out. Now, if you stayed this far, guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. Comment down a little ramen bowl down below to let me know that you watched it all the way through. Check out my other video about Japan. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I see you. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you will be notified every single time I upload a video, so you'll never miss any of my content. Thank you so much. I hope you have the best day ever. Sayonara.